It was a mistake.
A mistake?
And you raised her.
A mistake is putting extra ketchup on my french fries. A mistake is accidentally turning off the TV.
This is ridiculous.
How do you accidentally get pregnant by somebody else?
So this man decides to get one of those DNA test kits for his wife for Christmas. Just something to have fun with. You know, one of those ancestry kits where you can trace your heritage and maybe find some long lost relatives. One of those kits, right? But the second his wife opens the gift, she freezes. And then out of nowhere just starts crying. Now the husband's looking at her like, what's wrong? It's just a DNA test. That's when the wife spilled it all. She has a 10-year-old from an affair. 10 years. A whole decade of lying, pretending, and covering up the fact that their son, a boy this man loved, he raised, and believed to be his own. So of course he's crushed. The wife sitting here wondering, what's the big deal? She had the audacity to say, biology doesn't matter. You've been his father for 10 years. So why does DNA have to change anything? You get where we're going here? Are you following me? She actually tried to flip the script on him, saying he should be grateful for the years that they had together. As if that erases the fact that you stepped out on this man, got pregnant, and didn't say anything. You literally let him raise someone else's child. Absolute betrayal. And just think, not only did you betray your husband, the actual biological father is missing out on his son. He probably doesn't even know he has a son. According to Tennessee, there's a change coming. Paternity fraud is now a crime. Yep, you heard that right. It is now a crime. So if a woman knowingly lies about the father's paternity, she could be facing real charges through this new House Bill 2689. Let's talk about it. Before this law, if a man signed the birth certificate, he was locked in. That's it. That's a wrap. In the eyes of the law, you are the father. Even if later on you found out that she lied, that you are not the father, you are obligated by law to take care of that child because you signed that piece of paper. Both parties have to take accountability. Like I said, under this bill, if you knowingly lie about who the child's father is, especially with the intent to deceive, it is now a Class B misdemeanor. For those who are wondering, what exactly is a Class B misdemeanor? Let's take a look at it. It's not a felony, but it's still a serious charge. If the woman is convicted of paternity fraud, she could face up to 6 months in jail and a fine of up to $500. We know having any kind of criminal record can affect jobs, housing, and even future relationships. But you got to understand, as the potential father, you too have the responsibility to find out if this is your child. And this brings me to something a lot of people are now discussing. Should we have mandatory DNA tests? Some argue that this would eliminate problems from day one. No drama, no deceit, no oops, my bad. Others say that would be offensive. Why not trust the woman? How many times do you hear these women swear to these men that they are the father, only for us to hear,
It was a mistake.
A mistake?
And you raised her.
A mistake is putting extra ketchup on my french fries. A mistake is accidentally turning off the TV.
This is ridiculous.
How do you accidentally get pregnant by somebody else?
Why would you name our child Darius? It's not our child. It's not even our child. No, it's not my son.
Yes, you've been raising him for 3 years.
Yeah, I've been raising him, and you know that was somebody else's child.
To take a test to see if any of us had a kidney good enough for my brother. Found out something interesting. They ain't my kids.
who cares if you get offended? If I was a man, I would want to know. I would want to be 100% sure that's my child. So I got to ask, should paternity tests be required at birth? Or should we just trust people and deal with this fraud case by case? Tennessee is leading the way. Other states just might follow. Lawmakers across the country have been debating this issue for a while now. And with this law getting attention, it wouldn't surprise me if other states start cracking down on paternity fraud. But the real question is, should this be nationwide? I already know this is going to spark some debates. Drop your comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's talk about it.
I value.